A severe shortage of substitute teachers in the Florida school district where Barbara Clyatt works means that when a first-grade teacher applies for leave, there isn't always someone who can cover it. Students may be divided and placed in other classes. This may disrupt their education. There are some kids who thrive on a certain schedule. It has to be the same every day. And when that gets thrown away, the last thing they do is pay attention to what you're teaching. Clyatt said. Like teacher shortages more broadly, substitute teacher shortages are happening in school districts across the country and are directly related. I believe the housing crisis has reached crisis proportions because there is more demand than supply, said Lisa Thomas, a Connecticut substitute teacher and president of the Coventry City Council. Demand is high because we don't have the teachers we need. Budget crunches are helping to exacerbate famine. Convincing people pay higher taxes to fund local schools is often an uphill battle and can result in school districts trying to stretch a budget that doesn't meet the needs of their students. Thomas says it took 4 referendums to pass a school board budget in a town where he teaches. Once sufficient support was gained to pass the agreement, funding was cut for more than 20 full-time staff positions. There you have the replacement crisis. These positions need to be addressed, Thomas said. According to the Education Data Initiative, public education budgets are growing 13.5% slower than the nation's GDP growth. Your school district clearly needs to pay attention to its own results, says Heather Clark, president of the Epping School Board in New Hampshire. When you throw out benefits, sick leave, vacation, things like that, you increased their pay by $4,050. Clark says his small district can't pay substitute teachers as much as nearby larger districts can. This leaves them to recruit from within. We attract stay-at-home moms, Clark says. Would you babysit 30 people for 8 hours for 100? Yeah. No. Not in a million years. I don't think we could ever pay them that much. You're worth it. The reluctance to pay assistants living wages was echoed by other executives who spoke to CBS News. You decide if you want the job. No one will force you or twist your arm. You decide if you want to be an educator, says Aneeka Ferrell, recruiting coordinator for the Renton School District. She is leading Washington State and the Washington Education Association's Emergency Substitute Teacher Support Project. Low wages for many substitute teachers when school districts rely on substitutes to fill vacancies. For full-time teachers who go on parental leave or leave after the school year begins, that means some substitutes are paid well below what a full-time teacher would make to do the same job. They're trying to save money, says Doris Zughoul. As a result, they exploit guest teachers and use low-wage earners to fill gaps in the SC.